common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Everyone has access to the information. We just know how to analyze it better.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man. You the man.
Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Yes, we are live here at Learn Crypto. My name is Nick Hellman.
I'm Todd Butterfield.
A little lighter here as we did get the change in time here. But we got a few things we want to talk about. It's been a little bit of time since me and Todd have been here live together.
We're still together.
We're still together.
People
Nothing's
are
going
wondering.
on. If you're part of Patreon, Discord, or follow us on Twitter, or really anywhere, you would know that. A couple things we're going to talk about. Is Cryptopia Exchange actually back live? Do they actually have your funds? And what funds were lost? Is John McAfee seeing blue skies at last? Yes, pun is intended. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. If not, we will be talking about it here later in the show. And Square is coming in big for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Jack, the co-founder of Twitter and Square, is putting his foot down and actually paying developers to continue to work on the open source protocol for Bitcoin and promoting cryptocurrencies as a monetary system. Very big news there. Now, we also did have it's been pretty sideways day today, Todd, but there was one 10X out there, and it happened all in about 5 minutes. Now, if you're on Patreon, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, you could have put one Bitcoin in there and turned it into 10 within 5 minutes. Unfortunately, I didn't have that much of this coin, but Maker had some interesting things going on with, let's just say, an anomaly in the market, some outside circumstances that caused the price to really shoot up. There was a lack of liquidity on KuCoin, and that thing, people were paying 1.9 Bitcoin per one Maker, 60 Bitcoin in volume. So we're going to have a little lesson on Maker orders, on market orders, and limit orders, and why we always preach to use limit orders when trading cryptocurrencies, especially during the bear market when the lack of liquidity unfortunately has some people way 10x paying for Maker per coin in the BTC equivalent. What you got to add, Todd? Of course, Todd's going to be looking at some charts, Litecoin, Bitcoin, and others. Let's see if we got some more great buys on some of these cryptocurrencies.
Yep, we got some things to talk about.
Sweet. I'll go over coin market cap real quick, and then we'll get started. Bitcoin. Everything is red today. Look, right across the board, but guess what? Bitcoin's still $4,028. Probably more around $4,000 if you're looking at the exchange live right now. Ethereum 136. XRP is still above that 30-cent level we said needed to hold at 31 cents right now. And Litecoin trying to get back into the 60s at 59.47. I actually got stopped out of my position at 58.50. And then I had an order at 56.75. Yeah, we got within like 20 cents of that. So right now, I'm almost out of all of my Litecoin. I think 50 or 75% of my Litecoin, I'm stopped out there. I know Todd's over there probably chuckling because that's how it starts. Now, I am still in Bitcoin, not the US dollar, so don't feel too bad for me. But I am looking to re-enter Litecoin around 56.75, and I might look to just take that as a trade loss there, depending on what Todd says over here on the charts. And then Binance Coin fell back down to the 8th slot below Stellar, but Binance has been on tear. Now, some people were chasing at the highs 2 days ago. Look, I missed out on a lot of the rally, and I love BNB, but buying at all-time highs in USD, all-time highs in Satoshis, that is a risky game to play, and we are seeing a 5% pullback today and a multi-day decline. Tezos, the big winner of the day, up 30.5%. Ravencoin up 18%. Back almost to 5 cents. Repo up 15%, and Loom Network 4.9. Here's one that we haven't seen in this top group here in a little while. Ethereum Classic is up 3.5%. If you're a part of our Discord, I did have a sell for 25% of my ETC at $4.88, and we missed it by a penny. You got the 487. So we'll see what happens with ETC moving forward. That's about all I got. I know we don't see Maker here with its 1,000% gains, But I'll show you why this was an anomaly and why it was only a 5-minute window to make any kind of gains on it here when we come back.
Okay, we got the Bitcoin with the 1 hour chart. We've been showing this triangle here that I gave a little buy on last Thursday afternoon when I was home with my audit. And I think possibly we just completed a 1, an ABC2, if you do Elliott Wave, because our Wyckoff technometer was up at the 50 plus on, I believe it was Bitcoin USD, and around 48 on USDT. So I thought we might move sideways, but I think we're holding pretty well. Technometer's back to around 45. And I like the spike down this morning and then the slow recovery here. So I'm still going to say it's a 1-2. If you're, because obviously the pullback from 4,200 would have brought in a lot of bears here, and this pullback would have done the same thing. If we can dig in here and turn up, you could still have a really bullish count, showing that off the major low at 3,100, we've done a 1-2, we've done a 1-2, and then some minor 1-2s here. So I'm pretty friendly if we get back over at that 40-70 level or so, which was the overnight high. And the reason I'm going to stay friendly on Bitcoin still, Litecoin, I left this count up. This was a bearish count I was trying to show on Twitter, which is still, if we got new highs and it was slow at no volume, I was going to show some divergences on the software. So that's really my bearish count. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and say that we've got another buy on Litecoin, because this is the software. You see down here 39.3 on the technometer. We were 38.8, and maybe even a little better than that this morning when I was actually still trying to get some sleep. So I'm going to go ahead and mark another buy here, because I think Litecoin once again is going to give us another decent buy here. So let's throw that up and go back to this chart here. And again, don't look at this count here on the Elliott Wave. I'm not really saying that yet. I put that out there as just somebody, if you're bearish, aren't liking the way they're acting. Because we had a spring back here. This could have been another spring with a test. So I'm just anxious to see if we can dig in here and go to new highs once again. And if we do that, can Neo finally come alive? That's one I mentioned on Twitter and in Patreon. If you look at this a little more close up, I think this is 5 waves up on ABC, and this is another 5 waves up. We got a little deep here, but that would have been obviously because of Bitcoin falling out. So I still like the way it looks. My software showed that this low back here at 855 is an important low. We had a really nice divergence there. So I'm still kind of keying off that low, but I think Neo could still come alive here. If you follow Twitter and Patreon as well, Ripple is one that I thought maybe try to hold in. It did come down and spike these lows again and trying to rally off of it. This is not one of my best recommendations because I normally don't. I want to buy strong coins like Litecoin or the BNBs or what's been leading this rally, and not a Ripple. But I did put that up there because the software did look kind of friendly on Ripple. So then really Ethereum, we had to buy around 136, 137. Software looked decent coming off this low. We've tested that low and so far held. So here again, I am kind of friendly on Ethereum as well. So I'm staying friendly, looking for higher prices still. That's all I got right now.
Perfect. I'll grab this screen back here. Guys, make sure to ask any questions or any charts you want Todd to look at. Any questions for me, throw it in the chat box. We are going to go over some news. And I forgot to tell you, make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And today will be an RPD giveaway, 10,000 rapids to one lucky winner. But it's going to be a little different, and I'll tell you why here in a second. Simply leave a comment in the comments section below, but leave your Twitter handle down there because Rapids did just launch a Twitter tip bot. Essentially, if you follow RPD tip bot, simply using individuals' handles and tags, you can send, share, receive, tip, whatever you want to do with RPD, as simple as that. So I'm going to show you how easy it is, and the next giveaway winner will get 10,000 RPD simply by tagging them in a message on Twitter. A little bit of more news here pertaining to Rapids before we move on, and that is that they just announced today that they are now a proud member of the Burnley official. I'm botching that. Burnley official team now, part of the board of advisors for this premier football team if you're from Europe, or soccer team if you're from the United States. Really, this tweet doesn't really quantify how big this is, not only for RPD, but for all cryptocurrencies. Millions of people who don't even know about Bitcoin will now be exposed to rapidsnetwork.io and blockchain technology. Yes, you heard that right. Rapidsnetwork.io will be in all their pamphlets, on their tickets, on their website, on the big screen, and part of promotional videos as well. How did this deal get done? Don't ask me. It was something to do with the founder as well as Matt Camilli, who are both from the United Kingdom and are big advocates for the Premier League and the fanship and viewership they have over there. So some really big news for both RPD and crypto that I just had to mention, and that's why we're also going to use this Rapids tip bot for a giveaway for this show. Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Square, the $32.7 billion mobile payment giant based in the United States, revealed that Square would fund 3 to 4 developers and a designer to work not on Square, but on the open source protocol of Bitcoin and the crypto ecosystem. Independent of the core business strategies of Square, the team of developers and a designer will work to contribute to the cryptocurrency ecosystem in various ways, potentially by contributing to open source code base of the Bitcoin network. Bye! I thought you were going to do the all aboard, but the bye works there as well. I saw your fingers moving over there. The initiative, which has been welcomed by the cryptocurrency community and the industry with overwhelming optimism, could be crucial in increasing the awareness of cryptocurrency ecosystem and the need for open source developers to maintain blockchain networks. Not only is Jack Dorsey saying, hey, we're trying to hire developers or paying them a salary for Square products, he's saying, I simply want you to work wherever you want. Remote in, you will be in contact directly with me, and I'm going to pay you just to work on the Bitcoin code. He's looking to make Bitcoin the global monetary system, a global currency, if you will, and he believes by paying developers to continue to work on Bitcoin, as a lot of developers have worked voluntarily on Bitcoin, that this process will move along faster, and maybe Lightning Network and the Lightning Labs can come up with some day-to-day real-world applications for Bitcoin technology.
All aboard!
And then lastly, throughout the past decade, open source developers have contributed to the development of Bitcoin network with virtually no financial incentives, with the sole intent of improving the flagship cryptocurrency. A multi-billion-dollar business like Square that has dominance over its respective market, adopting the idea of financially supporting developers to work on the Bitcoin blockchain protocol and to improve the crypto ecosystem could potentially have a lasting positive impact on the long-term growth of the industry, especially if other businesses follow the footsteps of Square. We do know Microsoft, Facebook, and others have their own private blockchain teams, but maybe they will step in and say, hey, in order for this code, this open source code to grow stronger, maybe we dedicate a $50,000 fund, a $100,000 fund towards a salary of a developer to work on the individual project or cryptocurrency platform that they prefer to use, maybe in their own personal business. Pretty exciting things there. They even made a new Twitter handle for Square called SQ Crypto, really embracing this. Now, why is this important? Number one, we've been trading and talking about Square as a company for a while. But also number two, since Bitcoin is on the Cash App, I've been saying now for months, in order for Bitcoin payments to be turned on by Square, it's as easy as a firmware update. They already have their system in thousands of stores, restaurants, whatever it may be. If they put out a firmware update, boom, all these restaurants can now accept cryptocurrencies, or really accept Bitcoin, as Jack is kind of a Bitcoin maximalist. Nonetheless, I believe that him putting his money where his mouth is, these individuals probably are all going to make six figures to work on the Bitcoin core protocol. I think he's going to be having them develop something that can integrate with the Square platform so that Bitcoin transactions are not a thing of the future, but a thing of the present.
We need to probably give us a flying pig real quick. Can we do that real quick?
look, the macro fundamentals continue to build up. Those of you who are still here, obviously there's less people viewing these videos. There's less people active in the crypto ecosystem. But those of you who are sticking around, not only are you becoming better traders and accumulating Bitcoin, accumulating altcoins, and maybe taking some profits in US dollars, but you're the people who see what the future is, the future tech, and the potential here. Guys, all of the big news that we've been waiting for hasn't even launched yet. Bakkt isn't launched. The ETF isn't launched. TD Ameritrade and Fidelity with ErisX isn't launched. Now Square is coming out with all this news. It's only a matter of time. When is that time going to come? They're all saying by 2Q, 3Q, 4Q of 2019. So you can do what you want. You can trade for $20 here and there. You know, I get those messages, oh my gosh, there's a massive red bar on Bitcoin. I go look and it's a $5 bar. Get off the 1 minute and 5 minute. Get off even the hour. Look at the daily, the weekly, the monthly on these charts and start figuring it out from there.
I had a guy laugh at me last night because Bitcoin fell $40.
And now it's higher.
So no, I wanted the flying pig for Gary because he gave us that KBC at 3 cents the other night, and it is 4.
Whoa.
So he's up 33% and thinks it's going to 30.
30
for a
cents?
10 banger.
Whoa. Crazy.
So we'll see if he's right or if he's going to. I think probably. Bye. Probably get all over that. We're going to give Gary the benefit of the doubt on that one. Let me take it back over. I'm going to throw a couple more charts up here. This one's interesting. ICX. We had talked about this when we had this spring down here for Wyckoff, and then this strength and looking for a jump across the creek. We did get that. Now with the recent weakness here in Bitcoin, we got what looks like a backup. So do your own research. But I would say if you take these over time, they're definitely going to make you some money. So ICX looks pretty good here. Looks like good accumulation. And we should start a markup phase at some point here. So that's an interesting one. And then let's look at what else we got. We talked about these earlier.
Can you look at Zen and say that people need to sell it so I can get my order filled?
Shill that. There's THETA. I had this count on here before where we had the 1, 2, and then the wave 3 subdivided out into its own 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I talked about having an ABC pullback first to here, and then maybe a B wave, and then still lower. So I'm not sure I'd buy this one here, but I might nibble here, and then I would buy more if we drop down this 11 cents. This could be our spring in an uptrend. So if you're watching this thing when it breaks, maybe look at that and see if you could pick that one up. That was an unbelievable performer the last few months. So see if that can continue. Then we're going to go quickly to the stock side. This is the DIA, the Dow Jones Industrial ETF. I wanted to show this because I've been looking for a pullback. We have been sideways since February 25th. You can see down here, lower right, we're at 51 and change on the technometer. I still think stocks are going to roll over. I give everybody this trade, the long bond, higher bonds, lower interest rates. Let me go to the 6 month here. We jumped this creek at the dotted blue, had an ABC pullback here. On my free week review, I had mentioned that this is probably the low for this backup. We had a really strong rally out of here. And then on this ABC pullback, down here where the red circle is, you can see that the technometer went from overbought to oversold quickly, which gave us these last 2 days. The only issue we have now here is we're at all these previous highs. Technometer is overbought. That'd be expected if we're going to accelerate here. So going to watch this one. Still long and looking for higher prices. And then I want to show, this is Shopify, one that I'm telling people that I think is a good longer term maybe. I'm going to still try to trade it. So we did have a buy at 187. I had to sell at 204. And the technometer's been oversold. So I think now it's trading like 204 and change again. But that's one that I think you could keep your eye on. With that in mind, we're going to go to Square. I almost had a buy here again, but missed it. Technometer down here was 40.22. I thought we'd get a little further break yesterday, and we didn't. Then had a strong day today. So maybe that was it. Should have been buyer down there at 74, 75. And but I think with the general market maybe turning down, that this one still will give us a better place to buy it. And then one more, UUP, long dollar ETF. I've been talking about this topping out. Big up day today. But I'm going to give it a couple more days again. I'd like to see it get up here at this 85 level, 25.85, and I think that's probably a short. So that's one I would look at. Actually, let's do GDX, and then Nick can have it back. I think he's doing a giveaway. There's GDX. Had a nice reversal yesterday on the Fed news, and lower today and then closed. So I wouldn't want these lows to give away here. Well, let's see if that can continue higher as well. That's it for right now.
Cool. We got Gary O'Connell in here saying my shirts are looking like Todd's, that I need to go to therapy quickly. This is a Nintendo shirt, Mario, actually, if you could see the print up closer. Got to represent the DOI. I invested in the DOI before Pokemon Go days, so that's a good 100%er for the stock market. All right, what we got going on over here? So a lot of us probably use Cryptopia as kind of our micro cap exchange. Hopefully you listened to me when I said remove those coins from the exchanges into a ledger or into a Trezor or into their desktop wallets, because there was the Cryptopia hack. Now, they did come back and say that only 10% of the funds were lost, primarily in Ethereum and ERC20. But now there's a little bit of conflict, as one of their admins over on Discord said that the losses were not only Ethereum and ERC20 tokens, but also Litecoin and Bitcoin. But Cryptopia has never actually mentioned that. So we got to decipher what's all going on here. As of now, there are like 40 trading pairs back online. If you held those coins, apparently you can trade or withdraw those coins. But there is a waiting list here for the other coins to come online. And they did say if you were an impacted customer, you should be receiving an email. So if you have not received an email yet, hopefully that means you have not lost any cryptocurrencies. Now, deciphering all this, whether it was an inside job, was it ETH lost, Bitcoin, Litecoin, it is going to take a while to really get to the roots of it. I do believe they're going to try to proceed with the Cryptopia exchange, launch it 100% and trading. But I think it's going to be hard for them to overcome this. And personally, I wouldn't trust it, guys, for a while. Do not leave your cryptocurrencies on Cryptopia, especially Bitcoin, Litecoin, ETH, which you have so many other safer options to leave them, Coinbase, Ledger, Binance, whatever it may be. So hopefully I'll keep you guys up to date on what's going on over there. If you have not already checked or didn't know the news, go into Cryptopia, log on, see if you have access to those 40 trading pairs that are alive, and I would recommend either selling those on the exchange or removing your Bitcoin or moving your cryptocurrencies off the exchange as soon as possible, especially with the interesting drama where now an admin is saying that Bitcoin and Litecoin were lost too, but Cryptopia has never actually said that historically, looking through all of their tweets. So keep posted, keep vigilant, and hopefully you guys get your cryptocurrencies back off of that exchange. Now, a little bit on the more funny news. Number one, somebody was asking me about Skycoin last live show. I said, I saw a video with the founder, and he just looked a little off edge, looked a little nefarious. I didn't trust him. I'm not investing. I believe it's an interesting idea, but I didn't think it would come to reality. Well, good thing I kind of said that. Skycoin price, I don't even know what it's been doing besides being in the dumps in the bear market with everything else. But now John McAfee, this is the John McAfee who has a Skycoin tattoo on his back that is bigger than my head, said, I'm no longer working with or promoting Skycoin. DM me if you want to know reasons. So I tried scrolling through here to see if he kind of gave any kind of input, and he wrote this tweet here. I'll keep it as a reminder that somebody asked, what WTF, what about the tattoo, friend? He said, I'll keep it as a reminder that no matter how old I get, I still get scammed by unscrupulous people with pie-in-the-sky plans. They almost drove me to violence. So now I don't know the details. I'm not DMing him for the details. Maybe I can get another interview with him. But, for whoever that was out there that was asking about Skycoin, it looks like my fundamental research played off because no more than a week later, John McAfee, who has a $1,000 tattoo on his back, a Skycoin miner at home, etc., is apparently turning his shoulder to that project as well and outright calling it a scam here in some of his tweets. So pretty crazy. We'll see what happens here with that.
What up, Hilton? I do have a chart to throw up here real quick. This is one I mentioned a few months back. Back in October, I had mentioned that had some doctor friends that said they had some burn equipment that was selling really well. And It ran up here to $2, back down to $1. Just went to $3.55 today. So hopefully a few people might have that one in their portfolio. I said that was going to be a long-term hold, and I would still say that's what that is. So
cool. We got a couple questions over here from a couple new people. No Name 583. I am Nick. That is Todd. There you go. Crypto Zach Morris. Did anyone see Zilliqa getting added to Coinbase, or is that fake news? That is not fake news. Zilliqa was actually added to Coinbase Pro probably a month ago. So that's kind of old news. Now, what you're probably referring to is the recent tweet that Zilliqa has been added to the Coinbase custody platform, meaning this is an option for institutional size investors to start investing and having their crypto assets stored there, and Zilliqa is now on that list. So it's still pretty big for Zilliqa, but they've already been listed to Coinbase Pro about a month ago, along with 3 other ERC20 tokens at the same time. I do have a Zilliqa position, a long position currently, and the Discord and Patreon members know where my sell targets are, but just know that I have entered a long position at slightly higher levels. And then we got Beard Schroot's Journey to Zero. I always mess up your name because it's so small here when I'm at the studio. He wanted money just like he did with Verge, Nick. And my response to that would be, has McAfee historically been with a project that has turned out to be not legitimate, but successful? Besides Bitcoin that he talks about. Has he? I can't think of one, so maybe you can. And I would not call Verge successful by any measures. Gary O'Connell says, I'm still the top super chat. Come on, guys. Knock me off and support these guys. Yeah. Gary O'Connell, you are up there for 50 pounds. That's a pretty large donation. That's pretty large super chat. So you might be up there for a while.
He got him out because
I've got balls of steel.
And also,
I'm rich, bitch!
Well, maybe if somebody buys your KBC buy and it goes to a 10x here in a month, then maybe they'll knock you off as a favor to you.
Gary's been in here, so his little girl must have got rid of him.
I hope not.
I think he was managing her crypto portfolio.
Oh, God.
I'm sure that led to some infighting.
What other news did we have? I don't really have any other news. So if you guys have any fundamental questions, any news articles you want us to talk about, or any technical analysis from Todd, shoot it out there. I will show this because I haven't done it yet. And I said we were going to talk about it. Maker did have a 10x today. Now, this is why we always use limit orders, guys. Limit orders. Do not market buy, especially in the bear market, because sometimes there isn't liquidity and you're going to overpay for any given crypto asset. In this case, people were market buying MKR, and they had a pretty rough time over on KuCoin. Due to an anomaly, I can't really talk about it. The Patreons and Discord knows what it is. Just know there's something behind the scenes that was driving a lot of buying for MKR. On KuCoin, there was a very lack of liquidity across all cryptocurrencies, but in particular MKR, as well as it is around $750 for one coin. Now you can see from this image here, this is my order book. No, I did not have big money in there. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing the show tonight, and I probably wouldn't be talking to you guys anymore. But it was enough to put the order book together. Yes, people were paying 1.93 Bitcoin for one maker. Well, what's the normal price? As you can see here, I was able to buy for 0.24 Bitcoin. That means that they're almost overpaying by 10x, and really the price is probably settled somewhere around 0.19. I had just a tiny bit to make these gains here. I took the risk here, overpaid in order to sell it at a much higher price up here as well. Now, unfortunate for those individuals, definitely, but you got to take advantage of the market. And if any of you, these sells, or if you've done this on Maker today, that's unfortunate for you, but you should take it as a learning opportunity, and maybe in the future you'll be able to recognize this situation and take advantage of it from the good side as the one selling it rather than the one buying it. If you don't know how to do a limit order, always on these exchanges at the bottom it'll say market limit. If you click on limit, then you can set at what price you want to buy. That means when the price of the coin, say I want to buy at $9 and it's at 10. Once it goes down to $9, then my buy fills in and I'll buy my $9 BNB coin or whatever it may be. If I would hit market order, that means if there's only one BNB available at 10, and then the next level is there's 10 available at $13, I'm going to get one at $10, but then I'm going to pay $13 for all of the rest of the BNB tokens I want to buy. That means you're way overpaying. You're overpaying by like 30%. And if you're just patient and set the prices at which you feel comfortable buying these crypto assets. 9 out of 10 times it's going to come back to you, and you can reevaluate for a better opportunity. So be careful out there. If this was you, learn from it. And if you were like me and managed to maybe sell some of this, you in Discord and Patreon, congratulations on a 5-minute 10xer.
I'll take it back real quick. This is Learn the Crypto alumni. Just wanted to go through, welcome Philip Stone and Brandon Fuller. Just bought the course yesterday. As always, I'm available to answer questions and help you move along with the Wyckoff. I want to go back real quick. I keep mentioning this on Twitter. People might get tired of it, but I keep seeing it on people posting Wyckoff charts. Somebody's posted this. I'm not going to say who, but it's somebody that has pretty good Wyckoff following. I have knocked their name out because I'm not trying to pick on them. But this sign of weakness in phase B, that is not, somebody put that in with some Photoshop, I believe, years ago. Because if you look at the definition that I put here, and I've done it a couple times, you can't have a sign of weakness for Wyckoff and then go to new highs on big volume and big price spread. That is not the definition of a sign of weakness. Somebody put that in. You don't see anything here saying up thrust in phase B or sign of weakness in phase D. Somebody typed that in years ago. So I keep telling them, and the people, other people's asked to comment on that. Nobody wants to comment. I'm going to say because I know I'm right. Because here is two charts from the actual course of Wyckoff's course, and you can see that number 6 isn't marked a sign of weakness. Sign of weakness is over here because this is a sign of weakness. Big spread, big volume to the downside, and then a feeble rally on low volume. Or the same thing here. This is a sign of weakness, big volume, big price loss, and then just overlapping rally. That's the last point of supply, and then down. So I guess be careful what you're studying on Wyckoff. Make sure you're actually studying Wyckoff, I guess. So.
And then you did just talk about the 2 new individuals, gave them a shout out.
Yep.
Wyckoff and cryptocurrency course over at learncrypto.io. Welcome to the family. That does give you access to ask ourselves some questions. And hopefully you can make some of these trades yourself rather than having to follow our trades as well, because we aren't available all the time. We have somebody wanting you to look at BAT USD when possible. Crypto Zach Moore says, good looks. Thanks for responding. Edmund ONG says, RPD for mass adoption. Shout out to you. Yes, the partnership with the football team is pretty big. We'll stay tuned for more information on that. We got Paul Von Gossman that says, my wife ran away with my best friend and I miss him. I was about to say something funny, but you finished your own sentence. Hilarious right there. That's too great. And then Tony M is back in the building, says, hey, ladies and gents, long time no see. Tony M is back. Hopefully things are going well with you with your VeChain nodes as well as Cosmos and OMG as well. And then Mark Lane also wants to look at QLC if you have it. And then Catherine Glass. Hey, guys.
What up, Catherine?
You're late, and I'm at the beginning. I'll catch up. Hope you all are doing great. Well, shout out to you. And whenever you get to this part in the video, and I just gave you a shout out, hopefully puts a smile on your face. Elizabeth in the building, a big holder of Maker. She said she was trying to take advantage of that massive discrepancy with the 10x. She was trying to sell for 3x. Unfortunately, didn't get filled. But hey, you're still holding a cryptocurrency that has a lot of people behind the scenes talking, and that is kind of as much as I can tell you about why that price action did occur today. What do we got going on? You got a chart over there? Somebody wants you to look at BAT, ENJ, QLC.
Yep, I got the BAT up. I got BAT USD. We talked about this a little bit. We've had this resistance here where we've kind of worked our way through it. Now we're backing up to it. So I still like that chart. I don't really want to see 18 again, but it's holding here today pretty well. So that one might be ready to try the upside again. We've got an uptrend here, and like I say, we jumped the resistance at 18. Mousing around here a little bit. So
where don't you feel good about it at, though?
I wouldn't want to see 18 again, really.
Yeah.
Unless you're not trading, if you're trading short term, I wouldn't want to see 18. But that chart looks pretty good. QLC, BTC. I mean, a decent day today with some red out here. Let's go to the 4 hours so I can see if there's. It looks like there's a lot of resistance here, so I don't follow that one. I don't have it in the software, so not much to say there. I'd say any rally above this high we just made would be extremely friendly. I think if Bitcoin goes back above last night's high, etc., I think we're going to get things really rolling here. So that's kind of what I'm waiting on.
Maverick Gold says, do you think we will see another pullback for RVN for another buy? Yes, I'm not buying at these levels. You're actually in the Patreon, I believe, by a different name. But you know which levels I would be willing to buy RVN again. Right now I do mine RVN, but buying and mining are two totally separate things for me, so I'm not chasing at these levels. I think there's a high probability of another pullback where you could then double down on your position with an actual purchase, as I know you're also mining RVN coin.
ENJ, USD, I mean, that's been a strong coin, and I think it would continue. A buy point, well, I don't know. This morning at 18 might have been your chance. So I wouldn't be scared of owning that here.
Show me the money.
So whether I'd enter it here first time, I'm not sure.
Yeah, and then going off that, Jet gives us the $7 super chat saying, is Google going to use Enjin coin? That is the ENJ chart we were just looking at. Essentially, the ENJ is a universal wallet that has its own coin with some value propositions behind it. Now, what is so unique and why is this pumping? Because the Samsung S10 new phone will have the ENJ wallet built in. Now, I did have an individual that did buy the phone, did get it. He said that it is quote unquote built in, but does not, show up as a mandatory application on your phone. You actually still have to go out and download the app. It just puts it as the top, app to download. So that kind of deters me a little bit because the average Joe isn't going to go looking for that, which is kind of why it shot through the roof, because they assume that everybody who bought the phone is going to see it right next to the weather app, for example, like you do on iOS. That's not really the case. So as far as Google using it, I'm not sure, but Google does own, does have some good ties with Samsung and Android applications, of which Enjin coin is one. So we'll see what happens in the future. I think it's interesting. The reason that I did not FOMO in and I actually had to sell up near that high on Discord is because no matter this phone app integration or whatever the new hype is, the new FOMO, the new news, what is the value proposition for the actual coin over any of the coins that are offered within that universal wallet? That's where you really got to see if there's sustained driven value there. Although they do have some applications that do benefit the value proposition of the ENJ, it having a double up or triple up, I think, is a little ahead of itself. And we're seeing like it is kind of consolidating up here that could continue higher. But if you calculate the percentage from the wick high down to the base that it's forming, it is quite a large percentage. And we'll see if it can hold in here to continue higher or not. So, I think it's great. I think it's another step in mass adoption, but I do not like that it is not automatically installed on the S10. Somebody still has to go out and grab the wallet from the cloud, if you will. And the average Joe who doesn't know about crypto just isn't going to do that. A lot of us were hoping was going to be set and standard on the phone, and people would just wander across and be like, oh, weather app, okay, well, what's this ENJ right next to it? Click on it, maybe learn about it, as they do have like an intro or demonstration there. But that doesn't seem like it's the case as of yet.
I've done everything I was supposed to do, I believe.
Maverick Gold says, patience when it comes to buying is not my strong suit. Thanks, Nick. I can hodl. There is no tomorrow, though. Like there is no tomorrow. There you go. Well, hopefully, you're in Patreon Discord. Hopefully you've seen how patience does pay off on a lot of these cryptocurrencies and getting our orders filled right at the key levels where we do usually see reversals for some nice gains and some nice profits, as well as, the hodling part is also another thing that people have troubles with, because Todd has had 7-8 buys on Litecoin now, and while other people start leverage shorting or this and that, every buy is at lower than the current price. So if you just keep accumulating good buys, you'll be on your way to that Learn Crypto rocket ship in no time.
Let's go Blues.
Is there a Blues game on tonight? Didn't even know. Oh, real quick, let me steal a screen before you go over another chart. Shout out to the 6,383 subscribers. We really appreciate it. Hopefully you can continue to help us grow here on YouTube as we strive to help individuals with cryptocurrency, stock, and commodities. TAFAN News. Smash that like, share, and subscribe button for us, guys. But also, I did do this interview here over the weekend, only 227 views, which is pretty crazy. This is about this new Voyager trading platform. You guys should just watch it. I'm not going to sit here and explain it because just watch it. I think it's like a 20, 30-minute video. Get in there, watch it, learn about it, because it really might be the future brokerage opportunity for you guys to get free trading fees and the best possible price available, which means, yes, you would not have been somebody buying MKR for 1.9 Bitcoin, as Voyager wouldn't have pushed that trade through the books. On top of that, somebody was asking about EOS, and I was like, hey, go over to the interview section. And they came over here, and they just hit the arrows like you, and they're like, I'm not seeing it. Do you guys not have that? Realize, guys, that these are categories, so if you click on the title here, it will actually pull up all of the interviews. It's only going to show the first 10 on that page. So we have done over 33 interviews that are public out there for you. So if you're watching, whoever was asking about EOS, you can see here at the 14th and 15th slot and 16th slot are 3 EOS-related interviews. So watch away. So realize that, guys, from the home screen, we sort a lot of these out, but it only shows 10 videos. So you got to actually click on the title, and you can see all the pertinent videos that we've done on given topics.
We're trying to get Thomas Lee on here early April, so you and I want to do that with you, though, really.
That'd be pretty cool.
Want to pick his brain a little bit. What's up, Hugo?
Hugo getting in here a little late. What have you been doing, developing?
He's been trolling somebody. He gets accused of it.
Scott Holtzman says, got my free $25 sign-up bonus from Voyager today. Hey, I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but that's another reason you guys should watch. They're actually giving away a $25 Bitcoin credit. Yes, a live credit. Not you have to trade it a certain amount of time or it's stuck in the platform. No. That's a live $25 Bitcoin credit that you can hodl. You can sell for another cryptocurrency, or you can sell for US dollars and send it to your bank account. As simple as that. So I definitely would get on that waiting list. That's a pretty big, think of it as me giving you $25 to watch my video. So get over there and watch it. Hit that like button, share it, and learn a little bit about a potential future brokerage platform that is APIing in all of these exchange data to get you the best possible price. I've been playing around with it a little bit, as we are in Missouri, which does have the application, and so far the average price for any purchases are cheaper than what I could get from any individual exchange.
Hey, Gary, Nick hanging out with me got him his woman, so.
That is kind of true, Gary. I'm indebted.
Right.
I'm indebted to Todd.
Right. Without me, you'd have never met the love of his life.
Chris Poe says, what you guys think about VeChain getting major partners, been swing trading it. VeChain is in my portfolio. We haven't really been trading it over in Discord. It's one that I am holding on to for the passive income opportunity within Binance and its desktop wallet. We've been talking about the partnerships they've been creating for a little while now, all throughout the rebranding. And I think they're in a sector where they can drive real value with the blockchain technology they're creating via probably shipping networks and the RFID technology behind their project. But we'll have to just continue to keep an eye on it. But yes, I am long on VeChain and do have some in my portfolio.
I'm going to take it over because I got a VeChain here. We talked about it, I think, last broadcast. I mean, this kind of looks like a few of these charts here. So it looks like we jumped resistance, backing up to it. I'd have no problem being along that one. And then dragging chain. This is a 4-hour chart. Doesn't look as good. I think I'd key off this 2,000 level here, and wouldn't mind being long that one maybe because I think it could still come alive, but definitely not as strong.
10% of my profits on Maker went into DRGN today.
Yeah?
Sure did. I was over on KuCoin. What else am I going to buy over there?
Exactly.
I also doubled down on co-vesting. COV been very weak, but it is an exchange. So with the low volumes and they're a new exchange, they're not really garnering users over there. This is one we've traded in the past when it was around 60 to 80 cents, buying and selling that. Chris Canine and others are involved with that as well. So this is one that I had some profits on Maker. I went ahead and doubled my position on COV as well, around 8 cents. I think that's really a pretty easy 10-banger if the market turns around and they garner some users, as 80 cents where it was still a very low market cap for an exchange coin. As you know, KCS, BNB, Huobi token, all coming alive, all had massive rallies in the past that we've talked about due to the value propositions during a bull run. If there's more users on the platform, and they are benefited by holding or using your crypto asset, then more and more people are going to be there to buy it, therefore driving up the price. The same applies for COV, in my opinion. If everything keeps going the way they're going with development, customer support, etc., I think it's an opportunity to get on a ground floor of an exchange and see if the value propositions of the crypto asset can make it be a 10x, 100x, dare I say, in the next bull run. So take a look at those. You know, we still love BNB, KCS for the passive income. We've always talked about those months and months from ago. So I made trades on those. So I think there's an opportunity with some of these new exchanges if they have the same token economics and can harness some user trading volume to their platforms.
Litecoin doesn't look too well. Not even going to look at it. Just doesn't look the best. Hugo, I was going to do RIP for the Big Beezy because he said he was going to not come back to YouTube, but then like 2 days later he came back. So he changes his mind every couple, 3 or 4 days.
And then somebody wants to know if you can look at Tezos. Did you look at Tezos? The longest hold I've had, and it is finally coming alive. It was the big winner for today, up somewhere around 30.5% for the day.
I don't have that one yet. Give me a second on Tezos.
Cool. Maverick Gold says, can you please explain the RPD giveaway again? I don't want to miss out on winning some more precious RPD. Yes, it's simple. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, which I hope you are since you have a wrench. Hit the like button on this video and leave a comment in the comment section below with your Twitter handle, because the RPD Rapids tip bot just went live on Twitter, and I can tip you RPD directly over the Twitter platform, and then you can withdraw it. You can share the wealth with somebody else. You can use it as a payment platform, whatever you want to do. It's yours to go. So make sure to enter that giveaway, guys. We love to keep giving away cryptocurrencies to you guys, incentivize you guys to be active community members, and simply leave a comment section with your Twitter handle. That's all you got to do.
I can't give you much on Tezos. I mean, it just came out of a consolidation and skyrocketed. So
and I don't really know any news behind that or what's going on with that either.
That one's kind of gone. Maybe buy an ABC pullback, but can't really do that.
If you own that, would you just be taking profits there? If you bought in that accumulation there, would you be putting a stop? What would you be doing?
I'm probably not taking profits because I still think this crypto is still oversold. So I'm trying to hold still. We did go over ICX already, Brandon, but I'm going to throw it back up here for you because you just actually bought the course and you're over in the Discord. I mean, once you learn Wyckoff more, this one looks pretty good on the Wyckoff. So I'd be a buyer here and see if we can get that into a markup phrase. That so far is pretty classic Wyckoff. So you take those over time, those will make you successful.
There you go. If you want to learn the Wyckoff markings yourself, keep watching the show. But if you want to expedite that, and you know we're not here for you holding your hand all the time, head over to learncrypto.io and check out the Wyckoff crypto and cryptocurrency trading course. And I'm sure if you mention you watch us on YouTube, we can work out an additional discount for you in these trying times. But now is the time to build for crypto projects, and it's also the time to learn for crypto investors, since there is not as much volatility, not as much hectic things going on. The bear market is an amazing time to learn trading strategies and start implementing and practicing those on these assets that are moving 5 and 10%, because soon enough they'll probably be moving 10, 15, 20%, and you don't want to be trying to be the one FOMOing or the one paying me 10x on Maker doing market orders. You'd rather be the one trying to take the profits out of the market rather than make other people profits.
And I'm going to explain that course because I own WyckoffSMI.com, which is the original institute that Wyckoff started. The Unleashed course is 1,000 there. At LearnCrypto.io, it's a watered-down version of that. It's not watered down a lot, and it's only $299. So anybody trading crypto is only $299. Is a pretty good course. If you're really into stocks and want to really learn it all from A to Z on Wyckoff, I'd recommend the Unleashed over at Wyckoff SMI.
There we go. That's all the news I got. We already talked about the giveaway a couple times. We talked about some news, some fundamentals. Todd went over charts. It is 7:26. This is usually when we about wrap it up. So I'll give you guys a couple seconds, couple minutes here. If you want to toss out any questions, comments, or concerns, heading into the weekend. We'll see if we do a recorded video or live show, so always tune in. And of course, guys, go to our homepage, catch up on videos, recorded videos, or live videos you haven't seen, because we always pack it full of information. The title for the live video doesn't always cover it because somebody asks the questions, we go on a rant. So that's why it's very important to try to tune in whenever you can, as we really just kind of spew the information as it's given and the knowledge as we know it.
Shout out to Crypto Zach Morris. Yeah, we say we're trying to stay here. We believe in the space longer term. So it's been a tough bear market, but we're trying to stay here and do our thing. Then when a thing turns into a bull, we'll be having some fun. And we'll all be...
even in the bear market. Yeah, no shit. Because even in the bear market, we're pulling some gains out of there. Where a lot of our swing trades or day trades are really accumulation trades. We've done that on ICX. For anybody in Discord that followed every single ICX trade, you've over doubled your ICX bag. So, and that's just trading the volatility with the Wyckoff markings and everything else. And it looks like it could go higher as the Discord members were getting the ICX bag back today. So now instead of, say, you have 1,000 ICX, after a few swing trades, you now have 2,000 ICX, and it looks like you might rocket ship higher. So we'll see what happens. But those are really it's all about accumulation. We're not pulling USD out of the markets. Every trade we're making is either to accumulate or grow that individual bag or putting the profits into BTC. And I always talk about, hey guys, we're taking BTC profits on this one and we're sending it to cold storage. So that way we're not risking it on trading. We're not risking it by putting it into a scam coin or anything like that. We're pulling profits out of the market, sending that 10% Bitcoin to cold storage to sit over there and wait for this next bull run.
And I want to bring up the Litecoin chart again. I mean, the software is giving us all these buys, and the software is not giving me a sell as of yet. Because what's happening still, volume is coming in on the downside and taking the technometer oversold. So that's really what these buys are. And since volume is not coming in strong to the upside, we're not getting the sells. So, you know, again, I don't know, and I can't find any Elliott wave pattern that I'm strong with. So I'm sure somewhere here we're going to get slapped. But I think Litecoin's showing you that it's probably a good coin here longer term. So I don't know if you want to try to trade out of it if you're looking longer term. And short term here, like I say, I've just haven't had sell. Up here yesterday, we didn't get volume on the high, so I said maybe another new high would give me a confirmation of a short-term sell if we do get a rally here. So I'll kind of deal with that if we go to new highs again. But otherwise, I mean, just trying to give good buys to keep accumulating. And we've done the same thing really on Bitcoin. I did have a sell on Bitcoin. We did get overbought up here in this area, but you know, we're at 39.84, and really I got overbought around 39.50 to the 40.40. So really right around these prices. And now we've came off of overbought. So I still kind of like the action there. If we get above 4,200, I think you're going to see some fireworks. So let's see what happens here in the next 24 hours or so this weekend.
That's another great show we got on the heading out. Brandon Fuller says bull market could be a wife changer. That is hilarious. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Hopefully, you got all the TA you needed, the FA you needed, the crypto news you needed. If not, make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and check out our other videos. Follow us on Twitter, which you can see in the bottom left hand of your screen right now. Follow me, not Todd. He doesn't know what he's talking about, and I retweet his good tweets anyway, so you don't even need to follow him. And then, of course, if you want to really help yourself, get over to learncrypto.io for the Wyckoff and cryptocurrency trading course. Or, you know, the best way really to have access to us is go on Patreon. You'll get access to the private Discord. A lot of knowledgeable individuals in there with various crypto projects that they focus on. So you get that information. You get Palm Beach Confidential. You get Palm Beach Trader. You get the Todd Father. You get myself. And we have the Discord tab up on every computer screen. So we usually reply as fast as we can. And we're trying to help you triple those bags.
What up, Dolphin?
Till next time, stay tuned for your daily updates on cryptocurrencies right here at Learn Crypto.
Peace out.
I'm rich, bitch!
Hey, stay positive, pal. Most people, when they lose, they whine and quit. But you gotta be there for the turns. Everybody's got good luck, everybody's got bad luck. Don't run when you lose.
Play hard, play clean. Be careful out there.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.